French riot police advancing on French ferry workers, getting in the strike mood with their rendition of the Marseillaise. After a squirt or two of pepper spray, they disperse. This part of the story is as predictable as the tide in the port of Calais, now silent thanks to the strike action. Elsewhere, the tracks of the Eurostar have been blockaded by burning tyres. The French ferry workers really do want to make Britain's isolation complete, if not exactly glorious. But it is the unintended consequences of the ferry workers' strike, far less predictable though increasingly common, that we find fascinating. The ferry workers have created a massive traffic jam of lorries heading to the UK. This in turn has created an opportunity for them, waiting close to the motorway, to catch a lift to Britain. The final stage of a journey that started many months ago somewhere in Africa or the Middle East. There is a reason why the migrant squatter camp is almost empty today. Everyone who normally lives here is now converging on the motorway, choked with slow-moving or stationary lorries. Watch carefully. The trick is to run up behind the lorry and jump on with the help of your friends, preferably unnoticed by the driver. There is no shortage of trucks, no shortage of passengers, and no shortage of willing assistance. This is a truly communal effort. After a while, the police give chase. Although they seem to be hopelessly outnumbered and somewhat unmotivated to stop the migrants from moving on to someone else's country. The passengers offer no resistance. All they have to do is wait for a few minutes and try again. Often it is the lorry drivers themselves, like the man coming to close the door, who have to make sure that they have no unwanted cargo. They have a powerful motive. If they get caught in the UK with a migrant on board, they fine £2,000 per passenger. A lorry offers many places to hide, and not all of them obvious. We don't know how many, and we may never know how many migrants made the journey to the UK today, but the authorities believe that the migrant numbers are the highest that they've ever seen. On the other side of the channel, the M20 is choked. The ferries have stopped, and now the Eurotunnel has been closed to trains because of protest action on the tracks. It is ironic that in the heat of the abstract debate about Britain's place in the EU, all it still takes is a few dozen French ferry workers to turn us back into an island, accessible only to those desperate enough to come here at the end of a global odyssey that started on the other side of the Sahara.